Hello trader, welcome back to deeppocketsforex. We'll be giving you our weekly forex forecast. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button to get our weekly updates. And before getting started with this video, be notified that all our packages are currently on discount. So if you'd like to be part of our team, or you'd like to get training on wave analysis to give yourself or your strategy just that extra edge, make sure to contact us, and our details are provided on the description of this video. Before wasting any time, let's get on to the weekly forex forecast. This is USDCHF. Now for USDCHF, we forecasted this impulsive move up. Feel free to go to our previous videos and confirm that we forecasted this move up, and then we got something like this. Then this previous weeks, we forecasted a drop here. We said that we're expecting a drop, and then after this same drop, we further on forecasted a corrective structure here, then a down move. So what's next? We can have a corrective structure complete, then a down move here, then up, or we can possibly get another corrective structure here, then a drop, then we can get this up move. This up move is expected. It's an expected movement. This up move here is expected. USDJPY. For USDJPY, this past 2 weeks, we focused on a big down move from here all the way down to around this level here, slightly breaking this previous low, just a little bit lower here, up to around this level here, like this. This is what we focused on USDJPY, and this past week we had this small impulse move here, and then after the impulse move we went further and focused a corrective structure here. We focused a corrective structure here, and then we're still expecting this corrective structure to complete. We're expecting something like this price to move something like this, then a drop, then from here we can get another correction, or we can get a further drop here. If we decide to get this correction, there's more down here expected. This down move is still expected, or the corrective structure can even go deeper here like this. Then we can get this drop here all the way around this level here. Those are the options that we have. Then from here we can have a down move continuing all the way down to around this area. That is what we have on USDJPY. This is USDCAD. Now USDCAD, we highlighted 2 possibilities this past week. Now remember that sometimes structure can give 2 possibilities that have a 50-50 chance of taking place. Now USDCAD is one of those structures, and we focused at that this past week. This past week we highlighted a corrective structure here and a drop. Then we said after the drop we can be heading up. Then after we get this up move, this one will be getting this down move. Then another possibility, we highlighted that from here we can have this drop here. Now remember this, we talked about this drop, and then we say that it's either we get this drop here, or we have structure giving a slight correction, then a down move, then an up move, then this drop here. That is what we talked about on USDCAD, and price has decided to go with this option here of this correction, then drop, then this up move. So this next week, what you should expect, this from structure, this down move here, that is what we are expecting according to structure. Another structure that we touched this previous week is NZDCAD. Now for NZDCAD, remember we focused at this corrective structure to complete, then a drop, then we say that we'll be expecting an up move. That is what we talked about this previous week. We say that we're expecting the structure to complete, then we expect this up move all the way up to around this area here, Now this next week you can expect a drop here. So from here you can start expecting a drop, but there's also a chance that price might continue up. After we get something like a corrective structure here, we can have another up move here, so look out for that. If we get this corrective structure, we may get this next up move, but right now this structure looks exhausted, so you should be expecting a drop. Here. That is what we have on NZDCAD. We have GBPJPY here, and remember for GBPJPY this past week we focused at a corrective structure to take place here, then a next move up. Feel free to go to our previous video and check this out. We focused at this corrective structure, and then we see that this up move is next, and that is exactly what we are getting on GBPJPY. After we get this corrective structure completing, next will be having an impulse move up. So be on the lookout for this impulse move. If you'd like to trade this up move, be on the lookout for this up move. If your entry strategy provides you with a good entry, you can be looking forward to go for a buy opportunity. On this pair we have AUDJPY. But before focusing this pair, I would like to just share with you a little bit of education here. Now in the forex market, we have 2 most popular movements. We have a corrective structure which moves like this, and then we have an impulsive move. Now both of these movements, they are up moves, but this is a corrective structure up, and then this is an impulse move up. Similar to this is an impulse move up, and then there's a corrective move up. This is an impulsive move down here, you see, and then there's a corrective move down. You see, there's a corrective move down. So this past week on AUDJPY, we focused at a corrective structure here. Then we say that there will be an up move next. But the corrective structure that we got here, we had it going a little deeper here. We had it going a little deeper. But this is a corrective structure. So this next movement up, you can be expecting to get something like this. You can be expecting to get something like this to around this area here. That is what we're expecting on AUDJPY. You should expect something like this next week. Then after around this area, we can be assessing what's next. That is what we have on AUDJPY. This is GBPCHF, and you all know that for GBPCHF we're expecting a down move here like this. This is what we're expecting this past weeks. Actually we're expecting it here, but the volatility of the market is just causing price just to move sideways like this. But once this corrective structure is completed, we should be expecting this down move to complete. It's an expected down move. Structure is expecting this. We are expecting this from structure. Then after that, we should be expecting an up move here. We should be expecting an up move here. If there's any changes, we can be making updates in the near future. That's on GBPCHF. Now this is AUDNZD. Now for AUDNZD, you all know that we've been forecasting an up move from here all the way up to around this area here. That is what we're expecting, and you can see that we got price moving like this all the way up to around this area. Now during the week, one of our students in the inner circle, in the discussion group, he highlighted to us something very important here. Now when we go to the 1 day, just to show you what he highlighted, based on wave analysis, he highlighted that there's an expected wave down. There's an expected wave down, a big wave down. Actually, right around this area, there's an expected big wave down. Now if we measure the movement here, if we measure the movement that has already taken place, the move that is expected has already moved around 360 pips. This down move that we are not noticing, it was only highlighted by one of our students during the week. So if you look into this current movement, there's an expectation of price to move extra. If price is to move from here, there's an expectation of price to move around 240 pips extra. We can have 240 pips movement to around this area here. Now if price decides to move to give a pullback here and then move from around this area, we can move around 300 pips down. We can move around 300 pips down all the way down to around this area. Right from here we can give a 300 pips move down all the way to around this area. Now that is one thing about being in a team that's important, and trading the same strategy. Sometimes you can see something that another person doesn't see and you can share your view, and sometimes I can see something that another person doesn't see and then I can share my view. That's one important thing about being in a team when trading forex. Usually as a trader, it's not advised to trade solo. So if you'd like to join our team, make sure to make contacts. Our details are on the description of this video. Now on this chart we have EURUSD. Now remember this previous week on EURUSD, we focused on an up move here. We said we're expecting a movement to move like this. That has not changed. We still have the same structure that showed us this next movement. So we're still expecting this movement from here. That is what we're still expecting. We're still expecting this movement from here to slightly break this previous high. So this next week, be on the lookout for this up move. Be on the lookout for this up move. It does not matter even if from here we gave a down move and then up here. That movement does not change anything. So from right around this area, we can have a drop here. We can have a drop here, but still this up move would still be expected. Nothing has changed. We're still expecting this up move, then we get a down move here. That is what we're expecting on EURUSD. Previously on CADJPY, we focused on an up move here. Then we say that this is what's expected on CADJPY, an up move. Then from here we can give you the next structure. That is what we focused at, and we're expecting that according to structure. Possibly we can have in the lower picture just a slight corrective structure here, then another drop, then price may move up to around this area, slightly breaking this previous high. Now after we break this previous high here, we can expect two things. From here we can expect price to continue higher like this, or possibly we can expect price to give a down move here like this, then this up move here that we're expecting here, it can manifest here, it can manifest here. That is what we're expecting on CADJPY. We're expecting an up move, then we can give you what's next from this level here. This is NZDUSD. NZDUSD. Now for NZDUSD, we're expecting a corrective structure to complete here, then we can have this up move, slightly breaking this previous high, then we can be getting a drop. We can be expecting a drop that is expected to break this previous low here. That is what we're expecting on NZDUSD. We're expecting price to slightly break this previous high. After this corrective structure is completed, then we can be expecting a drop, and that drop is expected to break this previous low. That is what we have on NZDUSD. That is what our structure is showing. Now if your entry strategy gives you an opportunity to be looking forward to a buy here, you can be taking that buy, but just make sure that the buy you are observing risk to reward. Now keep in mind, this corrective structure, it cannot just end here. There's a possibility it can even go deeper. There's always chances a corrective structure can just be a small correction, or it can go deeper like this. That is what we're expecting on NZDUSD. Then we can be getting an up move, then a drop. This is EURGBP. Now remember, for EURGBP, we've been forecasting an up move. But there's delay due to issues of volatility. Now you can see that from here, since the around April, we've just been having price moving like this, moving like this. This correction, it kept getting extended. This is just volatility, but our structure is still intact. We're still expecting this up move here, and the up move is expected to break this previous high. That is what we're expecting on EURGBP. Lastly, we have GBPUSD. Now for GBPUSD, remember this previous week we focused at a slight corrective structure here, then an up move like this to break this previous high. Now we're getting this correction going deeper. Now you need to be careful here if you took a buy here, or you're about to take a buy, because right now when we focus at this structure, it shows that we might get this down move here, breaking previous low up to around this area. Then whatever we're expecting here to break this previous high, we can have it here to break this previous high to around this level. Now that is what we have here in Forex. Remember one thing, the price always follows, there's always different routes, different options for price to follow. Okay, there's always different options for price to follow. So there was an option, price could give an up move all the way up to around this area, and then there was another option, price can give an up move to around this area, then give a corrective structure, then an up move. And then there was another option, price can move from this area, then up, then give a deeper correction or a deeper pullback, breaking previous low, then from here giving this up move that's expected. This up move is needed, whether from here or from here. This up move is needed because price has to break this previous high. According to wave analysis, price has to break this previous high. Then from here we can be expecting a down move here like this, a down move like this, a big down move like this.